Well, Catherine, it is that time of year. The fall colors, absolutely beautiful out there. And if you want to add some color to your garden, Peter Mezitt of Weston Nurseries, he's got some tips for you. Shiri met up with him recently to talk about maples.
Well, I'm sure you've seen lots of color outside your own window, or maybe not. Maybe you want to add a little color. So we've got Peter here, and you've got some great idea. And I guess maple is the safe bet if you want some color, right?
Yes, let's talk about maple trees. In terms of color, there's nothing as spectacular as the red maple.
Agreed.
And the red maple is just a big, huge, massive red in the fall. And this is a 10-year-old 2-inch caliper red maple that we sell here at the nursery. And it's got smaller leaves that are actually green. The leaves are green on a red maple. That's something to remember, but they turn that brilliant red for a 2 or 3 week period in the fall.
So are the maples some of the best color that we're seeing in the fall then? Absolutely,
and the red maple also has real red flowers and seed pods in the spring too. So that's how it gets its name, red maple.
Okay.
The other one is that has spectacular colors, of course, the sugar maple.
I have to admit, this looks beautiful right now, especially against that blue sky, just amazing.
It is amazing, the contrast. And it does get orange versus red. It can vary from yellow to red on the scale, but it's primarily an orangey, flashy color.
All right, so you pair those two babies up and you've got several colors of the rainbow, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. You're on your way. The one thing I wanted to talk about was there's the Norway maple, which I have some kind of half-shattered leaves here, but this maple is not known for its spectacular fall foliage. In fact, it's an invasive now. It's not even allowed to be sold in the state.
But how can you tell? Because to me, this kind of looks like the other maple.
Yeah,
leaves.
very similar to the sugar maple, which has a bigger leaf than the red maple. But if you actually squeeze it, you'll see a little bit of milky substance come out of the bottom, and that's one way to tell.
Okay.
And the other way is to look at the trunk. On the younger plants in particular, they have more of a vertical slottedness to the trunk.
Okay, and did you tell me that those colors are not as vibrant as the ones that you were just mentioning? That Norway maple is not that beautiful pop
they're
of
more
red
of a
and orange.
yellow. It's just kind of a boring yellow, and they stay on. The leaves stay on a lot
I think
longer.
I've seen that, the ones that just kind of turn yellow and then brown and it's done.
And it's done.
All right, so now you've got some ornamental trees as well, right?
Yeah, so there's the big shade maples. These are the ornamentals, get about 20, 25 feet. I'll go over a few. This one's called Acer griseum, or paper bark maple. It gets red bark that exfoliates over time, and it's an outstanding winter interest plant. But also the foliage, just like the red maple, it's very red. Leaves come in pairs of 3s here, and very striking. You can put it close to your house, and it's a great ornamental choice for
Absolutely. And we're actually moving on now to one of my favorites. I don't know why I'm so attracted to this, but maybe it's the color right now. I'm just such a big fan.
This one's a little bit ahead of where it should be this time of year. It might be a little stressed. It's called the triflorum maple. And like the paper bark maple, it's got interesting bark structure to it. But this one's in its full glory now, or starting to get there with its red fall foliage.
The color is amazing. Amazing color.
Maples, there's so many different types. These maples are amazing. When you get down further this way, there's the Japanese maples. Mm-hmm. People know these very well too. They can take some shade.
Is it this color all year round, or it changes?
This one is. This is a red leaf maple all year round. This one's called Bloodgood. It's got that deep purple color. And in about 2 weeks, or mid-October, you're going to see it turn fiery red. Ooh. Just like the red maple again.
Oh, and it's got little doodads.
Yeah, little seed pods.
Okay, better name.
Than doodads.
Probably the more, accurate name.
Yeah, yeah.
And then what's your final one?
The final one is a dissectum Japanese maple. Dissectum because they have these real thin, elongated leaves. These are all the dissectum types. There's, again, thousands of types of Japanese maples. But these dissectum types, again, spectacular fall foliage color. You can see this one's starting to turn right here.
Oh, how pretty.
It's going to actually get real fiery color in a few more weeks here. And these are your smallest types of Japanese maples where they tend to weep.
Dainty, okay.
Yeah, dainty. They can go close to the house, inside a curved walkway. Ooh. Can take some shade. So, maples, all different types. They're all great for fall foliage. Don't buy the Norway maple.
Okay,
you can't buy the Norway maple.
You can't buy it, but you are going to buy it from Peter. You're going to come see him at Weston Nurseries, and that's where you're going to get your pop of fall color.
Doodads, I love that. Well, there's some great tips there. If you want to get more information, you can visit westonnurseries.com. Back into you.